Hello there, sword friends. Today I want to give you some quick thoughts on this Tanto right here. This is an example from a company called Fidestisan. It is about $90. I believe they sell them on Amazon, but they definitely have them on their website. And it's available in a bunch of different colors if black doesn't happen to be your cup of tea. Now, some immediate things that stand out to me about this Tanto that I happen to really like. One, it actually seems like a Tanto. It is small and not like a cut down katana, and that is something that I'm going to focus on because very often Tanto tend to look a little bit like this, which I would even call a good example, in that it uses the same fittings you might see on a katana. It has about the same grip that you might see on a katana, and it has a blade and a habaki that you would often see on a katana with the same kind of thickness. It's more or less a baby katana as opposed to a Tanto. Now, not to say historically Tanto couldn't be very beefy, but they weren't always the case, and most of the reproductions you can buy feel like they are the beefier variety. So to see something a little daintier is actually rather refreshing. Now, the Ito is a little bit loose. It overlaps in some areas that I'm not a big fan of, but for under $100, I will excuse it. I really like the fitting set. I think it's rather charming. It does all the things in terms of retention that it's supposed to. The fittings also don't seem poorly glued. They didn't come off despite me banging this around a little bit. The Tanto also has a shape that looks like a Tanto. It's got some fuzz. That's me, not the Tanto. Anyway, it has a shape that looks like an actual Tanto. A little bit more elegant, a little bit daintier. The blade isn't as sharp as it could be. I'd like to see it a little sharper, though I could probably hone it and put a better edge on it. It didn't come dull, but it didn't come as sharp as I would like it. It has a simple habaki, but one that appears made for an actual Tanto. Anyway, it also has this horimono on it, which is something I wasn't expecting to see in a sub $100 little sword here, and it is actually rather detailed. I really actually like this. If I were to rewrap the Ito, this would be a pretty stellar looking little piece here. There's a lot of detail that is captured in here. Now, this is done likely with a laser or some tool that does it, but the detailing is really, really quite good. So it's a charming little piece to see the horimono with the fire kami on the Tanto, as well as having something a little daintier. This is actually much more fun than I thought it would be. Now, I haven't cut anything with it. I don't really intend to. I don't practice very much with a Tanto, but I can say as just a decoration piece, it does all the things. Now, it's made to be functional. You can certainly use this. You could cut things with it. I'm just not going to. It's a pretty little thing. I'm probably going to use it to open letters. This might become the new unboxing knife. I'm not sure, but it is a nice little thing, and I really like the horimono. I like the fittings, and I like that it is actually shaped like a more elegant little Tanto. Good on you, Fidestisan.